Cincinnati is almost over. We're left with 8 players on the men's, 8 players on the women's. It's quarterfinal time, and this video, I'm going to break down each match and give my prediction. So starting off with the men, we've got here the Western and Southern Open tweeting the final 8. We've got Medvedev Fritz, Tsitsipas Isner, Cam Norrie and Carlos Alcaraz, Felix against Coric. And the one I'm going to start with is actually Borna Coric because he has had an amazing event. He's beaten my favourite player, Rafael Nadal. He has a favourable head-to-head now against him, which is 3-2. And he's looking really good, beating Batista Agut as well quite easily. And I've got a stat here about Coric from OptaRace, and that is Borna Coric is currently 152 in the world because he's had a few injury issues and not played so much. Is the second lowest ranked player ever to win a match against Rafael Nadal, ranked higher only than Jochen Johansson in Stockholm 2006, who was 690. So it is classified as a big upset in terms of the ranking, but really, it probably isn't, because I honestly think Borna Coric is a really good player, and there's a good high possibility that he can beat Felix as well. Of course, Felix has come for a very grueling encounter with Jannik Sinner and won that in 3 sets, so that's an impressive result. Cam Norrie beat the young American Ben Shelton, and Carlos Alcaraz has been cruising through the draw. Tsitsipas looking okay, Isner serving quite well, always dangerous. Medvedev looking a lot better than he did in Canada, and Fritz always a threat. But anyway, starting with the first match, I want to talk about Felix Coric. I actually think Borna Coric is going to win this match. He's really impressed me so far, and I think he's going to win in straight sets. Moving up, Norrie Alcaraz. Norrie has had a relatively nice route through. He did play very well in the last round. I don't think he beats Carlos Alcaraz, however. He seems to always struggle when he plays one of the real elite players. And for me, Alcaraz now is considered one of the elites. And I see this one going 3 sets, Carlos Alcaraz. Tsitsipas Isner. Isner always good value to go deep into a set. Potentially, we could be looking at some tie breaks. If Tsitsipas has an off day, Isner beats him. I think Tsitsipas will come through, though, on this occasion. And I think he wins this one in straight sets. Medvedev Fritz, probably the toughest one to call out of all of them, so I'm glad I left it last. Let me know what you guys think about this one in the comments section. I could go either way on it, but being Daniel Medvedev this time of year, he's not done great in Canada, losing to Kyrgios. I expected him to win that event prior because we know he's very good this time of year coming up to the US Open, and I think it will make it more exciting if he is to go deep in Cincinnati. So I'm going to be going Daniel Medvedev in 3 sets. But that is my men's predictions. Let's move over to the women's. And this is the final 8 for the women. We've got Keys, Rybakina, Tomljanovic, Kvitova, Pegula, Garcia, and Sabalenka Zhang. And I mean, I think I'm going to start with Pegula Garcia. Garcia has been in great form all year. Very low ranked, but still an amazing player. And she can trouble anyone. But she's playing Jessica Pegula, who's just come through Raducanu. And I've got a stat for Pegula as well, because Pegula is the player with the most hard-court wins in the WTA 1000 tournament, so all the Masters events and the women's, in the last 2 seasons, with 24. And this is the whole standings. You can see this is since 2021 on the hard courts in Masters events. She's won 24 matches. Now overtaking Iga, got Paula Badoza there with 19, Ons Jabeur 18, and Coco Gauff with 16. So Pegula is extremely underrated, I would say. I don't think she gets the respect she deserves. I did allude to it yesterday on the match that if she is able to come through Raducanu, like we know she has done now, I think she is potentially the favourite to win this whole event because she generally does very well at the Masters events, looks very calm and composed. And, I mean, that forehand was deadly yesterday. Garcia, of course, is going to be a tough match, but I think she does win that one. And I'm going to go 3 sets. Go on, I'm going to give Garcia a set. I'm going to go 3 sets, Pegula. Let's go to the top because Madison Keys, she was able to beat Iga, almost bagged her in the second set. Iga's really struggling on her second serves at the moment and not playing the same as what she did for large spells of the year. I think Madison Keys beats Rybakina, the Wimbledon champion, and I'm going to go straight sets Keys. Tomljanovic, Kvitova, this is one of the ones which is really tough to call. Could go either way. Tomljanovic with some really good performances, beating Badoza and Kudermetova most recently. Kvitova also been in really good form. I think I'm going to go for Tomljanovic in 3 sets. That is my big call. I think Kvitova will be favourite, but I'm going to be backing Tomljanovic. And at the bottom, Sabalenka, Zhang. I must admit, I've not watched much of either of these two this tournament. They've gone under the radar, them two. But I'm probably going to play it safe and go Sabalenka to win that one in straight sets. But there we go. That's my predictions on the quarterfinals for Cincinnati. Make sure you join us on the channel. We'll be covering as many of them as possible. And of course, last thing to say is make sure like and subscribe. Leave your comment below on who you think is going to win each match. And let's see how right or wrong I am. See you later.